Hi there. Today I'm going to do some tapping on something that I know nothing about. So it is called polyneuropathy. I can't even say it, but that doesn't matter. And that is what's so wonderful about tapping. So what I have here is some of the symptoms that this is creating. So it's a degeneration of the body's nervous system. Now, what I want you to do, and this is why I'm making, because, of course, this isn't affecting everyone who's going to be watching this video. So what I want it to represent is whatever it is that you're experiencing, whatever physical challenge that you're experiencing at the moment, that you can use this video to work on your symptoms and what it is for you. So this, we're going to call it poly from now on. So it's polyneuropathy, and it's a degeneration of the body's nervous system. And the person said it's the messages from the brain to the legs have been slowed down, and it's the fine motor control has been badly, and the body's fine motor control has been badly affected. So what I want for you is, if you're experiencing any physical challenge, I want you to write down what it is for you, exactly like this person just did. So it could be the signals from the brain not getting to another part of your body. It could be that you're experiencing limitation in the movement of some limbs, whatever it is for you. And then you'll be able to use this video to tap along with. Now, before we get started, I'm not a doctor, not a psychiatrist, not a psychotherapist. So it's really, really important that you take control and care of your own well-being. So if in doing some of this, it has brought up something for you, make sure you seek a professional to help you with that. Okay, so let's get with the tapping. So first of all, you have this label. Now, as many of you know, I experienced a label back in 1996, 98, where I was labeled manic depressant, which is the older word for bipolar. So what happened for many people when they've been searching or when they've been struggling with a condition, whether it be physical or mental, the moment they get a label or a diagnosis, it can be very easy to grab on to that diagnosis because you've been struggling for so long. But what happens if you grab hold of it, you then identify with it. And when you identify with something like that, you will then find a community of people experiencing the same thing, because when we're struggling physically or mentally, we quite often feel alone. No one else is going through it. We're the only one that is experiencing this situation. So we get the diagnosis and yay, we now have other people that we can connect with that are experiencing the same thing. So by identifying more with the label, I call them labels, but the diagnosis, whatever it is for you, it then becomes part of who we are. So it's like, hello everyone, my name is Pam and I am an alcoholic. You know, the whole 12-step program. So I would suggest that you do tapping around disassociation with that diagnosis or label. Now, that being said, we do the tapping around the dissociation, but then we can tap on the symptoms, and that's the real issue. The real issue is the symptoms that we are experiencing. And that's what we're going to use in this video. So let's get going. So this person's diagnosis was polyneuropathy, if I'm pronouncing it correct. So I want you to put your diagnosis in if need be. I've worked with Lyme disease people, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, multiple sclerosis, like all of these diagnoses. So you just put your diagnosis instead of the poly, which is what I'm going to call it from now on. Okay, so I want you to notice how you got the diagnosis. So for many of us, it was a doctor. Now there is a real symptom out there called white coat syndrome. It's called white coat syndrome. And that is because in most of our upbringing, we are taught to respect doctors and their knowledge. So when they tell us something, it has more significance, especially when our parents tell us something or someone else. So they tell us and it's like, but if a doctor tells us, it has more significance, so we hold more regard for what they've said. We hold it with more weight. So I want you to put your diagnosis, put it in there. So I am blank. And I want you to notice what happens in your body just by repeating that statement. And for a lot of people, this is real. And not only real, it finally means they've been heard, that someone's listening. Like there's so much energy around the diagnosis. So let's go. We're going to clear some of this. And why we're clearing it, it's not saying we haven't got the symptoms. We've 100% got the symptoms. But this just shakes up our connection with the diagnosis. So, starting on the eyebrow, releasing and letting go. All the sadness, all the fear, all the emotional trauma. Releasing and letting go. All the angers, all the resentments, all the guilts. Releasing and letting go all the judgments, all the abandonments, all the betrayals, all the rejections. Releasing and letting go the helplessness, the hopelessness, all feelings of no control, the powerless feelings. It is safe to let it go. Grab the wrist. And peace. Okay. Go back again. Think of the diagnosis. I have poly, whatever it is for you. Notice what happens in the body. Notice the physical reaction to saying that statement. Releasing and letting go. All the physical sensations. I'm letting it go. All the images. I'm letting it go. Under the eye, releasing and letting go. All the sounds, all the tone, releasing and letting go. Everything this represents inside of me, I'm letting it go. Grab the wrist. And peace. So go back again, say the statement. Now, as I said, I've worked with many people around this diagnosis. And for many of them, they fought for years to get a diagnosis. So it became such a really big part of being recognised for the symptoms that they were experiencing. So it's very hard to disconnect from what they fought so hard to receive. So just notice what that is for you. Releasing and letting go. All the ways I identify with this diagnosis, I'm letting it go. It is safe for me to disconnect from this diagnosis and work with the symptoms that I have. Releasing and letting go. All the ways I connect with this diagnosis. I'm choosing to let it go. I really want to work on the symptoms. I let the rest go. Grab the wrist. Take a nice big deep breath. And peace. Okay, so now if you've still got more around connecting with the diagnosis, just play that little bit over and over again. I highly recommend that you disconnect from the diagnosis. Now we're going to look at the symptoms. So once again, write down your symptoms. Write down how it is you know you have the problem. So for this person, there was degeneration of the body's nervous system. It sounds like someone's told them that. So I would go even deeper because yes, someone's told you that, but you were expressing symptoms when someone told you that. So I would look at the symptoms. The message from the brain to the legs and the feet has been slowed. So that to me would say that you're wanting to move your feet, you're wanting to move your legs, and by the time you decide to do it and the movement, there's a delay in the message. So that's what I would aim at, and that's what we'll aim at in this tapping. The delay in the message. And you know that the control's been badly affected. So that's what we're going to tap on now. So for everyone else, just write down what it is for them. Like, just stop the video, write it all down, and then start again. Okay, you got it? All right. Releasing and letting go. The delay in my body's movement, I'm letting it go. All the ways there's a delay in my body's movement, I'm letting it go. Releasing and letting go. I decide I want to move my legs and my feet, and there's a delay in the message. I'm letting it go. Releasing and letting go. All the ways my motor control has been badly affected. I'm letting it go. Releasing and letting go. Grab the wrist. Take a nice big deep breath. Blowing it out. And peace. So the idea of the tapping is we want to reduce the symptoms. The idea of the tapping is we want to reduce the symptoms. Now, for many people that have worked with this, you can actually reduce the symptoms where you're not experiencing them anymore. But the idea of this video is to reduce the symptoms. Okay, so let's go back again. Notice how you know that the message from your brain to your legs and your feet is slow and your motor control is badly affected. And for everyone else, notice what it is for you. Releasing and letting go. All the ways the message has slowed. It's slowing down. Releasing and letting go. The reaction between my brain and my legs and my feet. It's so slow. You could even start to say what that means for you. So I feel frustrated. I feel out of control. I feel limited, restricted. I'm scared if it keeps slowing, what that could mean. Releasing and letting go. All the ways these symptoms are affecting my life. Releasing and letting go. Grab the wrist. Take a big deep breath. Making sure you feel that peace in your body. You go back to somewhere that makes you feel peaceful, or it could be imaginary. Feel that peace in your body and then squeeze your wrist. And peace. All right, let's go back again. So notice the symptoms. Notice all the ways you know you're experiencing this physical or mental challenge. Releasing and letting go. All the stress, all the anxiety, all the frustration, the out of control feeling, the powerless feeling. It's only getting worse. Releasing and letting go. The fear, the anxiety. Releasing and letting go. The degeneration. I'm letting it go. I'm letting it all go. Grab the wrist. Take a nice big deep breath. And peace. Excellent. Alrighty, let's go back again. So I want you to go back again. I want you to notice when you think about the poly, when you think about your diagnosis, what is it that comes up? Is it just physical sensations? Are there images? Are there things that people have said to you? Notice how it bothers you. Releasing and letting go. All the ways this bothers me. Releasing and letting go. Releasing and letting go. All the symptoms, the fear, the anxiety. Releasing and letting go. The frustration, the degeneration, the slow messages. Releasing and letting go. The fear, it's only going to get worse. I'm letting it go. I'm letting it all go. Grab the wrist. Take a nice big deep breath. Blow it out. And peace. Find that peace in your body. Make sure you breathe right down into your belly. Okay. Let's go back again. So I want you once again to aim at your symptoms. How you know it bothers you. Now, of course, if we wanted to really get rid of the symptoms, there's a lot more questions that need to happen. But for some of these serious illnesses, you really need assistance getting there. So with this video, we're just looking at the symptoms. You know, there's questions about when did it happen, what was going on in your life. Like, there's a lot of ways that we can look at what was going on. But in this video, we're just going to look at the symptoms. So I want you once again to look at the symptoms. Notice what it is for you. Notice how you know it still bothers you. Notice the impact it's having on your life. Got it? Releasing and letting go. All the ways this impacts my life, my lifestyle, my health, I'm letting it go. All the sadness, all the fear, the anxiety, the frustration, I'm letting it go. All the ways poly is affecting my life, you just put in yours, I'm letting it go. All the symptoms, releasing and letting it go. Releasing and letting it go. It is safe for the messages to become clearer. For my feet to react, and my feet and my legs to react faster. It is safe for me to have more control over my motor skills. It is safe for me to regain my health and well-being. I am safe. Grab the wrist. Take a nice big deep breath. And peace. Okay, so let's go back again. This is the last one. So this is the last round. I want you to notice how it still bothers you. The idea is you just play the video through again and again. So I want you to notice how it affects you. Notice what you say to yourself. Notice what others say to you. You may even want to look at the benefits. It's very hard for someone to do, but you may want to. Releasing and letting go. All the ways this is affecting my life, I'm letting it go. All the restrictions, all the limitations, I'm letting it go. Releasing and letting go. All the ways this is restricting my life, I'm letting it go. Releasing and letting go my connection with the diagnosis. It is safe for me to be healthy and well. And I let the rest go. Grab the wrist. Nice big deep breath. And peace. So that's it for today. I want you to just keep re-watching the video. If it's helping with your symptoms, make a comment below. I really hope it helps everyone with the diagnosis where the symptoms are unusual and you find it hard to find a video to tap along with. So that was the idea of this video. So if you've got some unusual symptoms, that you can use this video to tap along with, to release the symptoms and to bring you back into balance and health and well-being. So comment below if it's been useful, or if you've got any questions, send me an email. Thank you. Bye.